Good morning, sisters and brothers. I've been thinking about our practices, as we want to be people who are rabidly Jesus focused. We want to learn Him, we want to be like Him, we want to love like Him. The way we get there is just practicing the way of Jesus, right? Practicing these rhythms that He lived in, the rhythms of enjoying God together for the good of the world. Um, and that's just been floating around my head over the last day or two, and how hard it is sometimes. How enjoying God sometimes comes with confusion or frustration or anger or questions or doubt or uncertainty or uh, and how sometimes it's just so important to have a people that we're pursuing Him together with, because sometimes I need my extended spiritual family to enjoy Jesus for me in a way, right? To be able, so I can join in with them and trust with and through their faith and trust, and be persistent because of them as they spur me on, right? Toward love and good deeds. And so it's just hard sometimes. It's not the way it's supposed to be. When I hear that line, it reminds me, and this is stuck in my brain for almost 5 years now. Back in 2015, when there was a shooting in France, it was a French satirical magazine, Charlie Hebdo. But that really struck the people who work in comedy here in the U.S. And it was something that Conan O'Brien said that really stuck with me. Um, and he said, "In this country, we take it for granted it's our right to poke fun at the untouchable or the sacred. But today's tragedy in Paris reminds us viscerally that it's a right some people are forced to die for. So it's very important that I express tonight that everyone who works at our comedy show, all of us, are terribly sad for the families of those victims, and for anyone who now has to think twice before making a joke. And here's the line that's stuck. That is not the way it's supposed to be," he says. I don't know where he is in terms of any kind of spirituality, but what he's describing there is sin. He is describing the chaos in Genesis 3. He's describing things not being the way they're supposed to be. And I don't know about you, for me, I think there's this longing. I long for things to be set right. I'm longing more and more for the people I know and those that I don't who are missing out on life with Jesus and missing out on how good it is. I want more and more for them to be able to experience it. And that means having to see it, right? To be invited in, to experience it through their neighbors, their family members, their coworkers, their schoolmates, the people who are living in the way of Jesus. So, all right, enough chatter. Let's pray. Let's pray through this little piece in Ezekiel, because it fits the longing for me. It's Ezekiel 34. "For this is what the sovereign Lord says. Father, this is what you say to us. You look to us and you say, you yourself, you will search for us. You search for us like your sheep, and you look after us. And you're like our shepherd. In the way that a shepherd looks after the flock, that's the way you're with us. You look after us like that. And you rescue us from all the places where we're scattered on days of clouds and darkness. And you bring us out. You bring us out from all over the nations. You gather us from all sorts of countries, and you bring us together. You bring us into our own land, and you pasture us on the mountains of Israel, and in the ravines, and in all the settlements of the land. And you tend us. You tend us in good pasture. And the mountain heights of Israel, that's our grazing land, Father. And it's there that we'll lie down. We'll be at peace. We'll lie down in good grazing land. We'll be fed. And we will feed in rich pasture. And you will tend us. No one else. Father, you will tend us, and you'll have us lie down. And you'll search for us when we're lost, and you'll bring back the strays. You'll bind up the injured and weak. The sleek and strong you'll destroy, and you will be our shepherd. And you will tend us with justice. Father, we can't wait for things to be the way they're supposed to be. And help them to be more so every day in our lives. Your kingdom come and your will be done. Amen. Grace and peace, my friends.